all of you on this webinar named XCAD Management on the 3D Experience platform. We are thrilled to conduct this session with today's speaker, Mr. Ashwin K, Senior Application Engineer at Altem. Ashwin is a PLM process consultant and enterprise implementation associate with expertise in 3D experience. He brings over 4 years of experience in process optimization, data migration, and implementation support for PLM systems. In this session, we will be highlighting how you can streamline your CAD design data across multiple tools with a unified cloud-based platform. We'll also discover how XCAD design management on 3D experience enhances data integrity, collaboration, and speeds up your innovation cycle. Now, over to you, Ashwin.
Yeah, so thank you, Gaurav, for the introduction. Yeah, so I welcome you again all for this session, XCAD Management on 3D Experience platform. So today I'm going to talk about how the data is built on different CAD applications that can be managed by connecting to the 3D Experience platform. So we know from decades we are using the CAD applications, but as companies grows or as data size is increasing, it is important to manage the data, right? So so entire session I'm going to talk how the data management can be done by connecting 3D Experience platform. So now I'll move to the today's agenda. So we'll start with the introductions about Altem technologies and what we are doing. Then I'll move to the design to manufacturing workflow, the entire product development process. And then I'll go for the 3D experience and how the XCAD management can be done. Then I'll go for the live demonstration where I'll demonstrate how the data management can be done by using the CATIA as a CAD applications and by that connecting to the 3D experience. And finally, I'll go for the question and answers where you can ask your questions so that we'll clarify your questions, right? So this is the agenda for another 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah. So this is our journey. So Altem is established in the year of 2010, and from 2011 we are in partnership with the Dassault Systems. And in the year of 2013 we have received India's top 100 award, and followed by in the year of 2015 we have received India's Small Joint Award 2015 MSME. And again on 2016 we have started our new alliance, that is Esteco. The Esteco is mainly deals with the design and simulation solutions. And in the year of 2017, we again received the Frost and Sullivan Most Innovative 3DP Company of India Award. Followed by in the year of 2019, again we have received Dassault Systems Platinum Partnership. And in the year of 2021, we have received Top Customer Support Award globally, again from the Dassault Systems. And in the 2022, we have received Gold Certified Partnership from Artec. And in the year of 2023, we have received the Medical Partner of the Year Award from the Stratasys. And in the year of 2024, again, we have received Platinum Partnership from Stratasys as well as from the Dassault Systems. Along with that, we have received SME Empowering India Award 2024. These are the entire journey. So along with that, we are in associations with global brands, and we support them in India, which includes Honeywell, Airbus, Goodrich, Hyundai, Colin Aerospace, and many more. So this is our journey. And as you can see on the screen, we are located in 9 different locations across the India. So our head office is in Bangalore, and we have the operational offices in Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai, Gujarat, Delhi, Chandigarh, and as well as on the Kolkata. So we have more than 60 plus professionals, and we are supporting more than 500 plus customer base across the India. So we have the solutions like we are providing the solutions on PLM, life sciences, engineering simulations, additive manufacturing, reverse engineering, optimization solutions, and also on the incubation initiatives. This is a brief introduction about Altem Technologies. Yeah. This is a design to manufacturing workflow. So we know the entire product development cycle involves different processes starting from requirement gathering, then design, simulation, manufacturing, quality. Finally, the product will be launched to the market, right? So the marketing team will start gathering the requirements. Based on that requirement, the multiple concepts will be developed. Out of that, few of the concepts will be finalized and approved. And for that concepts, the detailed designing will be done. Okay, that is the product design. So once the product design is completed, then the design data will be moved to the simulation for the virtual testing. From the virtual testing, we can able to understand whether the whatever the design we have done, that is meeting the customer requirement or not. If not, again, the design can be modified on the design. Then again, simulations can be done. Always the design and simulation is a to and fro process, right? So now the design and simulation is completed. The next cycle is the design for manufacturing, where design for manufacturing will be done, and also the product or the production planning team. The production planning team will create the multiple bombs. Okay, it may be a process bomb, purchase bomb, and manufacturing bomb. Then manufacturing bomb will be released to the manufacturing department, as well as the purchase bomb will be released to the procurement team, so that the procurement will be done. Then finally, the manufacturing will be taken care, and the quality control of the product will also be taken care of. Finally, the product will be launched to the market. So we know these cycles from. Okay, so now we have many stakeholders involved in this entire process, starting from marketing, sales, design, and manufacturing. All these stakeholders are not connected in the traditional way, in the traditional method. And all these stakeholders are having their own challenges during this product development process. So for that, we have a solution, which is 3DEXPERIENCE platform, which connects all these stakeholders and which provides solutions for all the stakeholder, all these challenges. So right. So now, but today we are going to talk about the design. Okay, so we know the 3DEXPERIENCE provides solutions for all these departments, but today we are going to talk about design from the design perception. Yeah, this is 3DEXPERIENCE XCAD Management. Already you will be using maybe CATIA or SolidWorks, NX, Inventor, or any CAD applications. Also electronics applications, Cadence, Altem, Zukin. Okay, we know all these CAD applications can build the data, can create the data, but the data management cannot be done on these applications. So now we have 3DEXPERIENCE platform. We can able to connect all these desktop or native CAD applications to the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, and the data management can be done seamlessly. Okay, so here I have mentioned the project management also, but yeah, we have the project management capability in the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. But today we are going to talk about only for the CAD perceptions, how the data which has been built in these native applications that can be connected to the platform, and how the data management can be done. So now I'll go to the yeah. So we have many applications, right, for CAD applications. Here I'm taking the CATIA as a CAD tool for this demonstration. You can see on the screen, this is the CATIA interface. So in the CATIA interface, we have a dedicated 3DEXPERIENCE tab, where we can able to create the new file, or you can able to save the file. You can able to do the import, export, replace also can be done, right? Along with that, in the right side, you can see there is a dedicated 3DEXPERIENCE platform visible on the right side. So where you can see the different applications. It may be a CAD application, simulation applications, depending on the availability or depending on the role you have. So you can see the different applications, different roles, or the favorite apps. All these things can be directly you can able to access from the CATIA V5 interface only, right? So now I'll demonstrate how the data from the CATIA V5 can be stored or can be saved in the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, and how the data management can be done. Yes, this is the CATIA V5 interface, we know, and we have the assembly in this interface. Yeah, so this is a CATIA interface. You can see there is a assembly we have created, that is top 12. This assembly has many child components or the parts, so that you can see on the screen. So now the important is, the first one is how we can able to connect to the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So there is a 3DEXPERIENCE bar, and through the connect you can able to connect, or if you come down, there is a dedicated toolbar. There also we have the connect options. If I click on this connect options, the 3DEXPERIENCE is a named user license. There should be a dedicated username or password to log into the 3DEXPERIENCE platform for every user. so that the whatever the work has been done, whatever the modification has been done will be tracked in the or traced in the system. So it may be who has created the file, or when the file has been created, when the file has been modified, who has been modified, everything will be traced inside the system. So now we are logging into the system. So as soon as I log in into the system, the software will give you the message prompt that we are connected to the 3D Experience platform, that you can see in the down, connected to 3D Experience platform. Yes, now we are connected to the platform. The next step is how we can able to access the platform directly in the CATIA Wi-Fi interface. We have connected, but we need to access the 3D Experience platform. For that, you should go for the start. And if I click on this 3D Experience platform, on the right side of the CATIA window, you can able to see the platform access. So here, as I mentioned earlier, you can able to see the different applications or the different roles which are assigned to me or available for me. So as you can see on the screen, these are the roles which are available for me or which are assigned to me. So I have many roles, and I can able to see my favorite apps or my apps which are available for me. So now, yeah, we have connected and we can able to access the 3D Experience platform directly on the CATIA Wi-Fi interface. Then now the next step is how we can able to save the data to the platform. So we have two options. One is save, one more is save with options. So I'll go for the save with options now. Then I'll come back to the save later. Okay. So there is a save with options. So when I click on the save with options, I can able to see the assembly and all the associated parts, right? So I'll select all these parts. There is a options called bookmarks. So the bookmarks is nothing but how we can able to create the folders in Windows. Similar way, we can able to create the folders in the 3D Experience platform. So I have created the stock value folder. I'm saving the files to that folder. So I'm clicking OK. So as soon as I click OK button, it will store the data on the platform. So it is storing the data now. You can see on the screen, right? So now the data is stored, but now I want to visualize where exactly the data is stored, and I want to see the data is stored properly, right? So for that, as I mentioned, there is a bookmarks application. So I will search the bookmark application and I'll go to the bookmarks editor. So in the bookmarks editor, I can able to see all the folders, okay, what I have created, and I can able to see the assembly or the parts which are created, right, or which are saved. So now you can see on the screen, there is a title. This is a part number. The part number capability is also available. We can able to define the part number automatically, and it has a description, revision. You can able to see which is the latest revision, whether this is the latest revision. All these informations you can able to see it on the bookmarks. Now I am closing this window or this assembly. Now I want to do certain modification on this particular file, which is cover. So simply I can drag and drop the part to the CATIA interface. Then I can do whatever the modification I required. Okay, so we are seeing simply drag and drop button. With that, I can able to access the, or I can able to open the file in the CATIA Wi-Fi interface, right? So now we have one important feature, which is lock or unlock. This is nothing but reserve or unreserve. So lock is nothing but whenever I'm doing the modification, I should lock the file so that other users are cannot able to access that file for the modification. They can visualize, they can review, they can preview that file, or they can see that file, but they cannot able to do the modifications. So what I will do is I will I will open the file, I will do the modification. Then again, I will unlock the file. Then the file will be accessible for other users. Now I am doing certain modifications on the edge. I am creating the fillet. Now when I click on this fillet, but I didn't lock the file now. So system will tell you, you didn't lock the file. So you need to lock the file. So I'll select this file and I'll go for the OK button so that the file will be locked. So I'm clicking OK now. So then I'm giving here the dimension. For me, the radius is 1 mm. Okay. I'm clicking OK. And before that, if you come back to the CATIA interface, and if you see, the file is locked now, and we have only unlock option now. So after modification, I unlock. I'll go for OK. Now the fillet has been completed for this part. So now I will refresh this bookmarks editor. Right. So now if you see on the bookmarks also, the file is locked for me. Okay. After save, I'll do the unlock option. So I'll go for the save option now. It is saving, file is getting saved. Okay. So now once that is done, I will unlock this file. So this is how we can able to connect directly from native or desktop CAD applications to the 3D Experience platform. I have showcased from CATIA, but we can able to connect from any other CAD application, SolidWorks, Inventor, Creo, NXCAD, right? So once that is get connected, then again we can able to access the platform directly on CATIA interface or CAD interface, and then we can able to do the saving, or properly we can able to structurally we can able to store the data in a folder structure. Then as I mentioned, there is a lock and unlock mechanism. This is very much necessary in terms of data management. Okay. So now we'll go to the next one, that is engineering change management. We know the engineering change management involves two processes. One is engineering change request, that is nothing but ECR, and one more is engineering change note, that is ECN, right? The engineering change request, if any modification is required, okay, any stakeholders, maybe the production department or quality department, purchase department, any stakeholder in the organization can raise the request, that is ECR, based on the change identifications. Then that ECR should be evaluated and approved by all the stakeholders. Once it is approved, then it will go for the engineering change note, where what the actions should be taken, that will be considered, that is a change planning, and then change should be implemented, that will come under engineering change note. We have this entire engineering change management in the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, that has been incorporated seamlessly now in the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. For that, we have dedicated applications, bookmarks, 3D markup, issue management, change actions. In the bookmarks, we can able to mention or we can able to mark what is the modification is required on the 3D file itself, so that it will be better understanding for the designer who is doing, who should do that modification. Then from the issue management, we can able to create the issue. We can able to define the user who should work on that issue, or which designer should work on that file, and we can able to define the duration. Okay, so everything can be done on the issue, and we can able to attach the files. Then again, in the change action, we can able to define what the change should be done. So along with that, we have the collaborative life cycle as well. This is the this is the workflow. So if you see in the down, there is a workflow which has multiple states: draft, in work, frozen, released, and absolute. Okay. So in work is nothing but whenever designers start working on the file will be on the in work state. Then once the design is completed, the designer will move the files to the frozen. And in the frozen state, the design manager will be there. He will review the file. So once the file reaches to the frozen state, the designer will not be having the access for the modification, because the file will be on the review state, right? So your manager will review, okay, if any modification is required, he can send back files to the in work. By that time, designer will receive the notification saying that you need to work on this file, right? So then again, the modification will be done. Then it will go for frozen, reviewed. Then finally the file will be released by manager. Then it will go for absolute, right? So here one more state is there, draft. So the draft is nothing but the designer will be working on the particular file, but he don't want to show that file to anyone, so that he can able to move the files to the draft, and he can able to work on that file. This is the draft. So this is the entire change management that is there in the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So this is the scenario. I have created certain scenario to demonstrate the change management. We have multiple stakeholders here. There is a design engineer, Vivek Divan. We have a product owner. So this organization has multiple product variants. So for each product variant, there is a dedicated product owner from design side. So I'm taking one product owner who is his name is Chavinay. Then we have design manager. Okay, so Nagarjun. So accordingly, I have created certain workflow. Okay, you can see in the down. In this workflow, if you see, there are two people are involved. One is DGM, he should approve, and one more is product owner. So if you see, there is a red highlighted portion. So this red highlighted is nothing but if anyone is approved, then the file will be released to the production. This is a customizable workflow we can able to create. So instead of any, you can keep all, so that if all the peoples are approved, then only the file will be released to the production. And as I mentioned, this is a customized workflow. You can able to create any states. You can able to create multiple stakeholders. Okay. So this is the scenario I'm keeping for this session or for this demonstration. So now I'll showcase how this workflow can be created on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. Right. So you can see there is a workflow and there is a applications, Innovia route management. With these applications, we can able to create a template. Okay, we are creating the templates. With these templates can be utilized whenever the change is required. So I'm creating the template now. I'm keeping the title as design change approval. And I'm keeping the description. Then there is a purpose, for what purpose we are creating this workflow. So I'm defining that this workflow is for the approval, right? So then I'll go for the task. The task is nothing but here we are adding the stakeholders who should approve this file, who should involve on this approval process. So as I mentioned in this scenario, we have two peoples. One is product owner, he should approve the file. So that then we can able to create the priorities, whether it is a low priority, medium priority, high priority, all this I can able to do. So I'm keeping here the medium priority and I can able to define the instruction. So for this task, what should be done on this task. So then if I come back to, there is a assign node. So here I told there is a multiple product owner. So I'm not defining a particular person. I'm telling later I can able to add, right? So now, as I mentioned, one more stakeholder is involving, that is design general manager. So I'm adding him also to this workflow, right? So for me, the title is design general manager. Here I'm keeping medium. Again, here also I can able to give the instruction. And as I told, there is a one general manager, so that in the assignee I can able to directly define, okay, so that he can able to approve this file. So I'm defining Nagarjun as a manager, so that you can able to approve this file. So I'll go for the apply, right? So as I mentioned, there are two options. One is any or all. If I click on any of these people's approved, then file will get released to the production. So we have options. Okay. So once the template is created, you can able to see this template on the template window. This is how simply we can able to create the workflow. This is very simple and very user friendly, right? So now, as I mentioned, the Vivek Diwan is a designer, has created the file. Now, as a manager, Chavinay Sharma needs to review this file. So for that, we have a dedicated application product structure. So without any CAD applications, you can able to preview and you can able to review the file. So it's very compatible applications we have. In the left side, you can able to see structure, assembly structure or the product structure. Right side, you can able to see the preview. So where you can able to zoom in, zoom out, rotations, you can able to see the section views. Also, you can able to measure the dimensions. So I'm measuring the diameter of the particular body. So this is 125, but I need this to be 126 mm. So directly from this CAD applications, I'm going to the issue. So you can see. So on the issue management, I'm creating the markup. So markup is for easy understanding. So designer can easily understand what is required or what should be modified, right? So I'm creating the certain title and I'm keeping the description also for this task or for this markup. As soon as I click on the create option, the bookmarks will be created. Okay. So, and this bookmarks works like a PPT only, PowerPoint presentation. So in the left side, if you see, this is a first slide. And in this first slide, I am measuring the dimension. So this dimension is 125 mm. In this slide, I am mentioning this is the current dimension of this body. Okay. So I'm mentioning by using the text. this is the current diameter of this body. Similarly, I can able to add the multiple slides. So in the left side, if you see, this is in the first slide now, right? So I'm adding, this is the current body diameter, right? So now I'll go for the plus. In the left side, I'll go for the plus button so that a new slide will be created. In the second slide, I'm mentioning what should be done. Now, in the first slide, I have mentioned what is the current diameter. In the second slide, I want to mention this diameter should get modified. This diameter should get increased to from 125 to 126 mm. Right? So this is how quickly or easily you can able to create the bookmarks so that the designer will be easily, you can able to understand easily and he can able to execute his work. Right. So directly directly from this bookmarks interface, you can able to create the issue. As I told you, we need to create the issue, right? So I'll go for the generate issue. So in this generate issue, the title or description or some of the contents directly will get updated from the bookmark. So no need to enter multiple times. So it will reduce time, right? So here I need to define only the space or the location where the data is stored. And I need to mention the resolution also, resolution recommended. The resolution recommended here is the diameter should be increased to 126 mm. Similarly, you can able to keep the priority of the issue, whether it is a low, medium, high, urgent, and you can able to mention what is the due completion date or what is the planned date. Everything should be mentioned on this issue. So that if you go to the content, the 3D content is already attached because we came from the bookmarks, and also the bookmarks is also attached. Now we can able to define the members who should involve in this issue. So Nagarjun Bhaskar is the coordinator, Assign is a Vivek Divan. Actually Vivek Divan has created this file, so I'm assigning this task to the Vivek Divan. So as soon as I click on the start button, so now this is in the manager login. You can see on the now we went to the designer login, Vivek Divan. So now Vivek Divan has received the notification. So if you click on these notifications, that will directly navigate him to the issue management interface. So where he can able to see that issue. So now if you see on the screen, there is an issue, and for that issue, the CAD and the bookmarks also attached. And if you come to the right side, you can able to see the properties or the contents, attachments, and the members who is associated with this task. So all these things you can able to visualize in the right side, right? So now the issue is in to-do state. So when the designer start working on this particular CAD, he should move the files to the in work state. So when the file is moved to the in work state, the manager will receive the notifications and he will understand that the designer started working on that particular file. And directly from this issue, you can able to open the CATIA file. There is a option design with the CATIA V5. So now we can see this is in the CATIA V5 interface. So now we want to work on the body. So now this body is in currently 4th revision, A4 revision. So now from this assembly, I'm opening the particular part, right? So as I mentioned, I'm locking this part for the modification, right? So, and I'll go for the design tree and I'll do the certain modification as per the recommendations. So I'll go to this sketch and I'll modify this diameter from 125 to 126 mm, right? I'm modifying it. Okay. Once the modification is done, I'll come out of the sketch and I'll refresh or I'll rebuild this part. So now I will save this file. I'm saving with the new revision, right? So I'll select this file. I'll go to the bookmarks where I want to save the file. So normally it will take to the previous location only. Still we can able to check and you can able to define where I want to save the data. So I'll go for the stop PLO. So now I'm creating the this file as a new revision. As soon as I click on this new revision, the new revision is get updated for this file. And I'll click OK. So now the data is get stored to the platform, and in the bookmarks, I will refresh this. So now we can see there is a red colored into mark on the last revision column. This is nothing but this file is not in the latest revision. So we can go there, we can go to the replace. Now we can see there is a multiple revisions are available. You can select that and you can able to replace. Now we can say the right mark is available for this file. This is nothing but the file is in the latest revision. So now I'll come back to the assembly. I need to save the assembly also. I lock this file assembly, and I'll save this entire assembly so that the modification will get updated in the assembly as well. Now the modification is done. Now the designer will go to this task or the issue again. He will send this task to the manager to review. Again, he will change the life cycle of the file to the frozen so that manager can review this file. So now this is in Chavinay Sharma manager interface. So he can able to access this task and he can able to see. So now again he is reviewing the file on the same product explorer. So now he is checking the dimensions. So you can see the diameter is modified to 125 to 126 mm, right? So now the modification has been done. So now the manager is approving this task or approving these modifications. So now we can see on the screen the task is completed and the issue is resolved, right? You can see on the screen. So now what he will do is now he wants to release all these files to the production. So what we will do is he will go to the collaborative lifecycle where we will select the released state options and we will click OK so that all the files will be released to the production so that the manufacturing team can start working on the production. So this is how the entire change can be incorporated or change has been incorporated on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform by connecting native CAD applications to the platform, right? So yeah, so along with this, we have dedicated or advanced search capability on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. Okay, so by default, we can search based on the part number or descriptions. Along with that, we have 6W tags. So we can able to search based on the what, who has created, when, where, how. With all these parameters, we can able to search the files which is there in the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So now I'll demonstrate that. So now we can see this is the CATIA Wi-Fi interface. So I'm searching, there is a dedicated application 3D search. So on this interface, if I go to the search, I'll go to the search options and I'll click on the my content. So now I can able to see all the contents which are available. So you can see there is a 9233 number of contents are there. So now I want to filter it out by using the 6W tags. So now I'm going to the, as I told, there are 6W tags are there: what, who, when, where, how, right? So now if you come to the what, you can able to see different parameters. You can able to consider different parameters. Here I'm considering the physical product. The physical product is nothing but which will be having assembly, part, drawing, okay, CAD files. So I'm filtering based on the physical product. Now I'm coming to the who. So now I'm filtering with the Vivek Divan who has created the file. Now if you see which are the files created by Vivek Divan only visible in the search. Similarly, so when the file has been created, so you can able to filter it out from which date to which date. So I'm keeping from June 1st to June 26th. The file has whatever the file is created that should be searched, right? So now the filter is physical product Vivek Divan and the date is also updated. So now I want to search based on the where. You can able to define the geolocation as well as you can able to define the where exactly the data is stored, the folder substructure, whatever it is, we can able to define that also. Now I have defined 4 parameters. Okay, so with these parameters, I want to search a specific file. So I have created a filter based on the what, who, when, where. So based on this, I want to search a particular file body. If I search a particular body, I can able to see all the revisions which is available on the platform. So revision 1, revision 2, revision 3, revision 4, whatever it is. So we can take simply drag and drop to the CATIA Wi-Fi interface and we can work on these modifications or we can work on this file. So this is how the advanced search is incorporated on 3DEXPERIENCE platform that is directly available on the CATIA Wi-Fi interface. Yeah. So now we are in the end of this session. Now we are in the summary. So we discussed about the data management, how the files which are created or the data which is created in any CAD applications, CATIA or SolidWorks, how we can able to store that data in a structured manner in a 3DEXPERIENCE platform. Then how we can able to create the custom approval workflows. Okay, so then we discussed or I showcased about what is the revision management can be done, how the change management can be done. Then I have showcased advanced search capability. So this is a summary of this session. We are not discussing about the PLM concept. So where we have all the bid management can be done, everything can be done. Project management, bid management, APQP can be done. When I say bid management, this is RFQ, request for quote, all these things can be done. But we covered the data management part of the capability in the 3D experience in connection with the native CAD applications or existing CAD applications. So they don't need to go for the new 3D experience setup. They can utilize the existing CAD and they can connect to the platform and they can do the management or lifecycle data management or lifecycle management that we have showcased today.
Right. I think if no further questions are there with our viewers, we can conclude this session. And but of course, our viewers can very well connect on the designated mobile number and this email which I have shared in the comment box. For any kind of custom queries, please reach out to us on enquiry@altem.com. We'd be more than happy to provide a custom solution to all your business problems. And with this, we would like to thank all our viewers